Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. I'm Valentina Swan and I am back with a new pick a card reading. Today's topic, all about your glow up, what's coming, what's next in your glow up, what's the tea on your glow up, how are you reaching your glow up, anything that you need to know. We're going to talk about it in this pick a card reading. So I have two piles for you to choose from. I have pile 1. Listen to your body, it's always communicating with you. And pile 2 with this message, little bits of light on the outside to help you find your light on the inside. So I will give you a moment to pick your pile. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video and go ahead and take a moment to pick your pile. All right, again, if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, we are going to get started with pile 1. Pile 1, you have the sticker that says, listen to your body. It's always communicating with you. And we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I am going to roll an angel number for you. Feel free to put this angel number into your search engine to get extra messages to go along with this reading. And I'm just going to go with the message that hit the bottom, or the number that hit the bottom. So we have 421. 421. So 421 is going to be the angel number for pile 1. So pile 1, you have the listen to your body. It's always communicating with you. And the message that I am getting with that is, a lot of times, especially these days, there's a lot of glow up advice on the internet. You go on Instagram, TikTok, all those apps, and there's always someone telling you what to eat, what to wear, the best colors for you, color analysis. Like, that's all over the internet right now, and that can be super helpful. A lot of the advice can be super helpful, but this message is also saying to listen to your body, because there can be a lot of noise out there and it can sometimes get confusing. I know I've been in that space where I've had so much information that I'm like, oh my God, like, what's right for me? And I've tried so many different things, and some of it worked, some of it didn't. And so this message is telling you to really tune into your body. What does your body actually need? So tuning into your body's intuition. What is your body actually calling out for? And that includes the information that you're going to get from this reading. Like, really tune into the messages, what resonates and what doesn't. And that being said, take only what resonates in this reading and leave the rest behind. This is a reading that's going to reach a lot of people, so not everything will resonate with everybody, but there are going to be great messages for the people that do click on this reading. So that being said, listen to your body, listen to these messages, and really tune in and ask your body what really works for me and what doesn't. And that goes for everything that you come across. Don't just take people's advice and people's, oh, they said this, so I need to do this with my body. I need to change this, I need to change that because they said to do that. I need to eat this, I need to eat that because this influencer said to do that. Really just tune in and see what really does work for me. Do I feel aligned with this? How does my body react when I hear this message? Does this feel in flow? Does this feel resistant? Does this feel like something that I really need? So you guys get the point. We're going to go ahead and get into your cards here. So we have the Golden Phoenix, something you thought finished bursts back into life. Then we have the Snake Princess, the Serpentine Path to Power. And then we have Alice and the Sea of Tears, cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. And I actually feel like these need to be reversed because I feel like this is telling a story here. So we have Alice, the Sea of Tears, cast away your depth, feeling abandoned. So what I'm getting from these cards is maybe right now or in the past, you have been feeling cast away, out of your depth, maybe overwhelmed with emotions. We have this rat here, and we also have this crab. Some of you may be Cancers in astrology. That might be your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising. I'm getting that a lot of you may deal with a lot of really, really intense emotions that can take over how you view yourself. And maybe it's also reacting to how you've been treated in the past. Maybe you've been left behind in the past. Maybe you've, been there for others, but then they weren't there for you back in return. So what I'm getting from this card, with the rat here, something's been eating away. Something's been eating away at you. And, with this sea and with this crab, it's the emotions. These emotions have been eating away at you, and it's time to release it. Time to, I don't want to just say, everyone releases things and lets things go in their own timing, but I'm feeling like these emotions are really eating away at you, and they're blocking this next glow up. They're blocking your path to the next glow up. And some of you may have already released this, and so you're on your way to the next step. And I feel like most everyone watching this is either in the process of releasing this or have already released these really, really heavy emotions. And I feel like this might have been put on you through others, and I'm really getting a sense of giving a lot to others, giving a lot of your life force energy, giving a lot of your time, your resources, and that's eaten away at your energy, which in turn has been eating away at your appearance. So what I see for you is a transformation, a replenishment. So there needs to be some replenishing. And when I say replenishing, whenever those heavy emotions come up, what can we do? Can we go out in nature? What can we do to calm ourselves? What can we do to release it? Can we dance? Can we sing? Can we go to the water and let the water take it away? Can we go out into nature, sit with the trees, sit with the animals? What can we do to calm the storm within us? And when we can figure out what we can do to calm it, we can start to do things to care for ourselves better. And what I really see with this group is you're going to start to focus on yourself, because I see way too much energy, at least in the past, if not present, that you've been giving to other people who are not appreciative of it. And we only have this one life. And if you have been giving so much of your energy and not replenishing your own energy, it's going to deplete. It's going, and then what? Is anyone going to care if you've depleted all your energy, or are they just going to move on to the next person that they can take energy from? So, and I'm just saying, the messages that are coming out, take what resonates for you. But what I see with this group is you're going to start focusing on yourself. You're going to start setting boundaries, and you're going to start doing things that bring you joy, that make your body feel good. And you're going to stop giving all these resources that you should be giving to yourself to other people. And when you start to do that, the right people are going to come into your life where there's going to be healthy exchanges, where you're not going to feel depleted, where you're not going to feel, and you may go through like a sadness of, once I stop giving to these people, maybe I will be abandoned. And you don't have to, you're going to realize it's not worth it. If they need to take from me in order to stay in my life, then it's not worth it. Let them go. And I think that's the realization that you're going to come to. You're going to go with the snake. You're going to go through this transformation. You're going to call your power back. You're on the path to power. And with the golden phoenix, your glow up is the transformation. The golden phoenix, something you thought finished, bursts back into life. So once you think, you're abandoned, you're alone, you are depleted, you have nothing left, your energy is gone. Once you start pouring back and walking that path of power, you're going to slowly start to transform. Maybe for some of you, quickly start to transform, and you're going to get all of that energy, all of that power back, and you are going to transform like the golden phoenix. You are going to be a completely new person, and this is where your glow up is heading, my pile ones. And excuse my voice, I'm a little stuffy from allergies. So if you notice, I have a little bit of stuffiness in my voice and a little bit of raspiness in my throat. That is why. So let's go ahead and get your word descriptions. So we have hair extensions or a wig. So some of you may be getting, as part of your glow up, new hair extensions, a wig. Some of you may just be growing out your natural hair. Then we have mother. And we have father. Ooh. We're going to get into that in a sec. We have toned. So some of you, for your glow up, you're going to be toning up. Your body is going to start looking snatched and toned. We have home and family life, and we have courageous. So some of you may have stuff to heal around your mother and father. Some of you may have stuff to heal around your home and family life. Some of you may be mothers, some of you may be fathers. I'm getting that maybe some of you have been giving so much into your family and it's been depleting you. And so the other message, if that's the case for some of you, is once you start caring for yourself and giving to yourself and putting yourself first, you're going to have more energy to give to your family. Your family is going to learn by example. So if they see, oh, my mom is, for example, if you're a mother, oh, my mom, she's really pouring into herself. Like, that is such a good example to your children. Maybe for some families, there might be a little bit of backlash with that. Like, oh, my mom, what is she doing right now? And it's not to, neglect anyone or neglect your family, but you're going to realize that when your cup is filled, the energy that you can put out is so much greater. And sometimes, I think especially for mothers, is we do so much for everybody that they just start to expect it. They don't really understand that, you've been doing this all along, and they just kind of expect it. So sometimes pulling back a little bit, shows them how capable they are for doing this stuff on their own as well. And like I said, there might be a little pushback with that, but in the end, it's going to help you have more time for yourself, and it's going to show others that they can also take care of themselves, and they can also do things, and they can put energy into the things that they need as well. So it's not, neglecting anyone. It's, it's not depleting yourself for things that people can also do on their own, if that makes sense. And then courageous, you're going to be finding new courage. You're going to be finding the courage to stand up for yourself. You're going to be finding the courage to set boundaries as well. So a lot of you are really going to be tuning into your body. You're going to be listening to your body. You're going to be really getting in touch with your intuition. So we have cast spells, protect, and heal. And if you see in this card, it is a silhouette of a body. Some of you might be getting a lot of water signs here. So some of you might be Scorpios as well. So for a lot of you, sitting by the water is going to be very healing. Going to the water, if you have like a lake or a beach near you, that's going to be a very healing environment for you. So we have Isis, cast spells, protect, heal. So by casting spells, setting intentions for yourself, setting intentions for your glow up, setting intentions for what you want to do, protect, setting boundaries, protection spells, intentions, and heal. This is all going to be leading to your healing. And again, like I said, we have the body silhouette. So we're going to be really getting in tune with our body. We're going to be, our body is going to start, once we get in tune with our body, once that emotional mess is out of the way, we're really going to be able to tune into the body and see, what our body needs. And we can even tune into the body, like, where am I holding these emotions? Like, where in my body am I holding grief? Where in my body am I holding? Really ask your body, and your body will answer. Pay attention to your dreams too. Your dreams will tell you what's going on. Your dreams will give you, when you wake up, write down your dreams. Your dreams have a lot of significance when it comes to your glow up, when it comes to your healing. Your dreams can tell you a lot and give you a lot of messages. All right, so we have some self-care cards. I have intuition. Once again, you're going to be really tuning into that intuition. That's going to be helpful. Chanting. So chanting is going to be a good way for you to release. I'm also getting, affirmations through chanting. Chanting can also be, a great release for whatever you're feeling. So especially if your nervous system is overactive, doing humming and things like that can really help to calm the nervous system. Use your hands. Get into some creativity. So using your hands, that could be exploring new makeup looks. It could be getting into a hobby you really like. If you like to, paint, crochet, doing something really creative that you enjoy. Cooking too, cooking really nourishing and fun meals for yourself. This is just all about bringing the joy and creativity and the life back into yourself. So this is all about like nourishing yourself, nourishing your body, nourishing your spirit and your mind. And then we also have positive affirmations. So that goes, also with the chanting as well. Speaking positive affirmations into your body. And I'll be giving you some affirmations as well in this reading. But yeah, speaking affirmations. And even if you don't believe it at first, maybe some of you are like, oh, I don't really believe, the positive affirmations. And if you can't quite get there with positive affirmations, that's okay. You can start with not saying anything negative about yourself. So anytime anything negative comes up about yourself, you're not going to put that into your body at least. And try to take whatever negative thought comes up and try to turn it into a positive thought. Or, instead of saying bad things about yourself, how can you turn it around and say something positive about yourself instead? So next we have colors, and these colors can be makeup colors, jewelry colors, clothing colors. So I'm going to let you fit these colors, and if something comes up for me, I'll mention that too. It can also be candle colors or colors that you put in your environment, like painting your walls or objects in your home. So I will let you decide where that fits. So we have this kind of cherry fire engine red. We have this brown chocolate color. And then we have this cream color. And we have this color is called picante. It's kind of like a reddish brown. And then we have this green color. So I'm getting Right away I'm getting like lip colors, clothing colors. I'm also getting rubies, so ruby jewelry might be significant for some people. For this, I'm getting like an eyeliner color. I'm hearing that some of you should switch your black eyeliner to like a dark brown eyeliner, or even like this reddish brown eyeliner I'm getting. This could also be like an eyeshadow color. This could be an eyeshadow color, but I'm getting clothing colors also for the browns. And then this, I'm getting like a scarf for some reason. I'm getting like a candle color. So some of you may have like candles that are that color, or you might want to get a candle that's that color. So wherever you fit this, that's kind of what came up for me, but you can choose where these colors resonate for you. And I'll push that up so you can see the number as well if you want to look up the colors. All right, so next I have some affirmations, and we have my body is flawless. My hair is long, strong, thick, and healthy. So we keep getting hair coming up. So there's something changing with your hair. There's going to be, your hair is definitely going to get a glow up. And then take a skin nourishing bath. So some of you might want to take a nice bath. You can also set intentions in your bath. Move energy while you take a bath. Let go of emotions. Imagine like any negative feelings and emotions going down the drain after you release, the bath water. So, last but not least, I have my Skin Reflections deck. So this is a deck that I created. You guys can go to my website. I will link it below, and you can print out this deck for yourself. If you want these affirmations for yourself, you can print them on cardstock, or you can do what I did and you can laminate them and cut them out. So it's totally up to you. So if that interests you, I will link my website below, and you can get it in my digital products section of my website. I'm just going to pull some cards for you. I'm going to do 3 here. So we have, don't rush your cleanse. It's where your skin starts trusting you. So when you're doing your face wash, or even if you're cleansing your body with like body wash, really just be intentional. Tune into your body. Let your body know that it can trust you, that you're safe, that your body's safe, that everything's okay. Really tune into your body while you do the cleanse. So, a lot of people say, I don't have a whole lot of time to do that. And that's okay. Sometimes we don't, but if you can find a time where you can really tune in and be present with yourself, definitely try to do that as much as you can. And sometimes, it's just, if you're in the shower, just take a moment, even if it's just 30 seconds, take a moment to really reset while you're cleansing. And then it says, the skin season is temporary, your beauty is not. And I think that's a great message with what we've been talking about, because maybe right now you feel run down, you feel tired, you feel like you can't even imagine having a glow up right now. But just know that this is a temporary season. This is not your final form. And you are beautiful no matter what. I know that's, okay, sure, go ahead and say that. But just remember that this is a temporary season. Our bodies are very adaptable. They're very, once we're in the right environments, once we're in the right mindset, you'd be so surprised how much you can transform and change. And I really see that for pile 1. So just hold the faith, because you are on your way. You are, going from that, the Alice in Wonderland card to the snake transformation card to the, the road to power, to the final form, which is the golden phoenix. So you are on your way, pile 1. That's confirmation. And then we have beauty rituals are portals. Enter with intention. So definitely, tune into that intuition. Create intentions for yourself. Imagine where you want to go and where you want to be, and walk into that portal. Imagine yourself already there. Imagine yourself already embodying that person. So that's all I have for you, pile 1. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please, I would love it if you would give this reading a thumbs up. And if you want to leave a comment and let me know how it resonates, I love reading your comments. And if you want to see more readings like this, definitely subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, which lets you know when I post a new reading. Again, I will post my intuition deck in the description box below. And if you are interested in any of the other decks that I use, I am an affiliate for bookshop.org. So I will put that link in the bottom, and you can click that link and you can see all the decks that I use. Well, most of them at least. You can shop there. It's a great website because it helps local bookstores and bookshops. So if you feel so called and you like any of my decks, feel free to check that out as well. I will have them all listed in my bookshop. So that's all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. It was an honor. And we're going to go ahead and go to Pile 2 now. Hi, Pile 2. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy from Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. You chose this sticker, which says little bits of light on the outside to help you find your light on the inside. And this message talks about, it's not about, getting external validation to feel good on the inside. It's about looking for evidence in the outside world that brings light to the inside. And I don't know why I just got this joyful feeling inside just now. But finding joy in the little pieces of life that just let your light on the inside shine out. So whatever you love doing, look into that. Or just seeing little signs in the outside world, like maybe you see a unique bird, or you find a feather, or you see this gorgeous tree, just little things on the outside. Maybe your dog does something cute. Maybe your cat does something cute. So little things that, light up your inner world. And with that being said, I am going to roll a number for you guys. This is an angel number, and you got 341. 341. You can look up your angel number on Google or your search engine, whatever search engine you have, and this will give you some extra messages for this reading. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. So we have butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope returns. We have the fairy ring, new skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. And then we have the fairy bee, my life is sweet. So we are going from doom and gloom to joy and sweetfulness. I don't know, that's not even a word, sorry about that. We're going from doom and gloom to the sweet life. We're going to be enjoying the finer things in life, the sweeter things in life. We're going to be enjoying every aspect of life. So, with this fairy ring, so some of you may have felt like you've been in this funk, heavy sadness, not feeling a sense of hopefulness. And I see you guys moving out of that. I'm getting, I got this for pile 1, but I'm getting this for this pile 2. Spend some time in nature. Spend some time, with this butterfly. Even though this is gloom, butterflies represent transformation. So that transformation is still within you. And so, we see this card, and it just feels like new beginnings for me. Bunnies to me represent spring. Fairies represent to me, a little bit of mischief. So maybe you're going to get into, some harmless mischief. Maybe you're going to be, I'm getting that this group is going to explore their selfish side a little bit, and not selfish in a bad way, but you're going to finally start putting yourself first, which I think a lot of people like to interpret that as being selfish, but really it's doing what you should be doing. You should be putting yourself first. You are the one that you spend the most time with in this life. You should be caring for yourself. You should be nurturing yourself. You should be exploring the things that you love. You should be doing all the things that you love that elevate you and contribute to you glowing up in life. So, I see you having a lot more fun. I don't have a whole lot of, I don't really know. So I've heard some things about like fairy circles and stuff like that, but I don't know enough to like really give any symbolic meaning for that. I do see like a frog in the background, and for with frogs, um to me they represent abundance. So there could be more abundance coming into your life, and with abundance comes money, which can help with your glow up. When you have money to invest in yourself, that's not selfish at all. That's awesome. So to me, this kind of looks like a circus, having fun, just kind of being a little reckless. But I see you, bringing a little bit more fun into your life, going from this. I think some of you have been kind of hiding out, not wanting to go out into the world, not feeling, good enough or pretty enough to go out in the world. But you're going to start getting your spark back, and you're going to start going out into the world, and you're going to become this sweet little fairy bee. Your life is sweet, and you're going to start glowing up. You're going to go from this to this is what I see. So this is kind of the bridge, the in-between stage. So you're going to start feeling a little bit more confident to step out, and before you know it, you're going to be having, your globe is just going to pop off. All right, so I have some descriptor words for you guys. So we have very closed off. We have muscular. We have beautiful smile. We have enchanting, and we have ex-husband. So, like I said before, some of you may have been kind of hiding out, closed off, not really wanting to socialize or put yourself out there or take any sort of risks. That is all changing. Some of you may have left a ex-partner, so it could be ex-wife, it could be ex-boyfriend, if you don't have a husband, whatever, ex whatever. Some of you may be leaving someone behind who was not aligned with where you are going. So we're not saying there's anything bad that has to do with them, but they're just not right for this next phase in your life. This could be an ex-friend too. So, just put that where it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Then we have muscular. Some of you are going to be working out. Some of you are going to be getting your dream bodies, however that may look for you. Beautiful smile, enchanting. So you're going to go from very closed off to enchanting. Your presence, your energy is going to enchant people. So I am getting a lot of fairy energy here, because fairies are known to be very enchanting. Beautiful smile. Your smile is going to enchant people. It's going to light up the room. It's going to, you're just going to be attracting, what you want to be attracting. You're going to be attracting the good into your life. That's what I'm getting. All right, so self-care cards. So we have connect with fire. Always connect with fire responsibly. So that could be, a burning bowl ritual. It could be lighting a candle. Whatever that means for you. Fire is a way to burn away the old and allow new to come. So, even if you're not working with fire, releasing what no longer serves you, releasing that ex, whatever, releasing what no longer serves you. So, even if it's not like an actual fire, but it's just, letting go of things that you don't need anymore. Flow like water. So you're going to be getting into your flow. You're going to be spending more time with, around water. Water is really going to help you in releasing, maybe some emotions that come up. Massage is going to be a good way to also release some emotions. And then we have connect with your womb. So however that looks to you, womb work, it can also mean tapping into your creativity, tapping into those creative things that you like to do. All right, and so our next card, oh my gosh. So we have cast a circle. Healthy boundaries are crucial for growth. And it's funny that I mentioned the fairy circle. Basically, I think, the representation of the circle is your boundaries. This is, you deciding what you're going to allow and what you're not. Who's going to have access to your life and who isn't. You're going to be cutting out people that don't deserve to have access to you anymore. All right, and so our next cards are going to be colors, Pantone colors. So these colors can be colors that are going to be used in your next glow up. So take whatever colors resonate, put them wherever you think they should go. These can be jewelry colors, clothing colors, hair colors, makeup colors, candle colors, home decor colors. Wherever it fits for you, that's where it goes. So we have this purple, light purple color. We have this very dark purple color. So some of you may like purple. And then we have this cream color here. We have this yellow, and then we have this lime green color. So I'm getting with these colors, like there's gonna be a lot of vibrancy in your life. These are very vibrant colors. I mean, besides the cream, these are very vibrant colors. I'm getting this as a lip color. I don't know if some of you might be experiencing with like this darker lip. I think this would make a beautiful lip color. I don't know why that popped out. And with this yellow, I'm getting like gold jewelry as well. With this green, I'm getting like, maybe for some of you, like some clothing colors. I'm getting like I don't know what that stone is, but there's a stone that's this color. I can't think of the name of it, but there is like a gemstone that is this color. So maybe you might have some jewelry with a gemstone that is this color. And then this might be, clothing colors that you're experimenting with. It could be, a makeup color. It could be, I'm even getting like maybe simplifying the home, like that clean, what am I trying to say? Like that clean home look, like very minimalistic, but then you're going to have like these really cool pops of color and like creativity that accents your house. I don't know. That's just coming out. Take that if that resonates. I don't really know what I'm saying here. Purple. Maybe you guys like to wear purple as well. Yeah, I'm getting like this really like, I'm getting like two images, like someone who's very like clean girl, minimalistic, and then I have like this really like creative side, and I feel like, with all this color and vibrancy, and I feel like these aren't two different groups of people. I feel like this is like one person with both those styles. So like maybe one day you're like the girl who wears beige and, is like that clean girl. I don't even know what they call it. Like just that really classy, simplified look, but maybe with some pops of color. But then like the next day you're like wearing all the color and you're just like super vibrant, and you guys might hear my dog snoring in the background, so sorry about that. So yeah, like I'm kind of getting like two different styles that one person enjoys, if that makes sense. I don't know. So next we have some affirmations. I take pride in my appearance. Yeah, I really think like this group just really is going to focus on like their style, their appearance. My beauty is worth seeing and appreciating. Like you're going to be so enchanting again. I'm so grateful for my admirable sense of style. So those are your affirmations. If you want to write those down and, repeat them to yourself in the future. All right, so next I have my Skin Intentions deck, and this is a deck that I created. It's a digital product, so I have it on my website. I will link it in the description box below. So if you want to get this deck for yourself, You can print it out, and you can do what I did, which was laminate it and just cut them out. Or you can print it out on cardstock, whatever you want to do. But these are great beauty, ritual, affirmation slash action cards. So if that interests you, I'll link my website below. They're in my digital, in my shop under digital products. So I'm going to pull a few cards from this deck. So we have consistency is greater than perfection. Show up gently for your skin. So a lot of people, think that, with anything that they have to be perfect right away, or, they have to do everything perfectly, that their skin routine has to be perfect, that they have to, work out every single day. And really, it's about just creating that consistency. So, just not putting the pressure on yourself to have everything perfect, have your diet absolutely perfect, to have your workouts perfect, your skin routine perfect, but just focus on the consistency. So keep showing up for yourself week after week after week, no matter how sporadic, no matter how imperfect. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning to work out. Maybe you're working out at the end of the day when you have time. Do what works for you, but just keep showing up with that consistency. Maybe you're not doing a 10-step skin routine. Maybe you're doing a 2-step skin routine, but 2 steps is better than 0 steps, if that makes sense. So then we have healing skin is quiet work. You might not see it right away, but it's happening. And I think that goes along with the first card. If you just keep showing up for yourself, you're going to eventually see those results. Trust your skin's timeline. You are not behind. So you're not behind. Everything is going according to plan. Everything is going according to schedule. So that is all I have for you today, Pile 2. I hope this resonated. If it did, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up. And if you want to let me know in the comments which pile you picked, and how it resonated for you, what's going on. If you want to share, I love reading the comments. And if you want to see more readings like this, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell, let you know when I'm posting more readings like this one. And if any of you are interested in some of the decks I use, most of the decks I use I have linked in my bookshop.org link, and I have everything listed there, as well as some spiritual books that I like and other books that I like. Bookshop.org helps to support local bookstores. So I do have a little affiliate shop with them. So if you like anything, any of my decks, and you want to check them out, feel free to check that out. And I will link that in the description box below as well. Again, thank you so much for being here, Pile 2. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye.